Shalom unto the nation of Israel. First and foremost, before I get into my lesson, I want to start off by giving all praises unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone that teach and that rule well today. And salutation also to the fellow laborers that's in the ministry and the believers that scatter worldwide in all truth and sincerity, day in and day out. Shalom. I'm the brother Shaquat Gabar, coming at you with another lesson. And as before I get into this lesson, this message or these videos goes out to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which we are the true biblical Hebrew Israelites according to the Bible. And also to the Israelite foreigners that are scattered amongst the heathen nations and that may take on the physical appearance of another nation. But if your bloodline goes back to Negro, Latino, or Native American descent by the seed of your father, you are considered an Israelite as well. Shalom, once again. So basically, I'm just going to get into a quick lesson, going into the prophecy, okay, when it comes to the Third World War, okay, World War III, okay, which is biblical. And I got this video, okay, that I have queued up, okay, from off one of the beloved brothers, okay, amongst the body. Okay, as you can see, his YouTube channel, Arrows of Indignation 144. Okay, and he gave the title of this video, "The Third Woe Come Quickly." Okay, and I'm gonna play it. And I also got a headline, okay, of an article off of naturalnews, okay, .com, okay, that I'm gonna read the headline and get into. But the whole point of this lesson is that when it comes to nuclear war or the nuclear missiles, they are biblical, okay, when it comes to the scriptures, man, okay? And you're not going to hear, okay, mainly from these churches amongst Christianity, because the Spirit of the Lord is not dealing with them. Or, when it comes to different other sets of religions that so-called deal with the Bible, okay, but don't have the understanding. But you're going to hear mainly of the prophecy of thermonuclear war, okay, the missiles, okay, by the way of the prophets amongst Israel, okay? In particular, the men of Great Millstone and the brothering on down that's rightly dividing the word of Yahweh Shai Shai in all truth and sincerity. Okay, so nuclear war is biblical. Okay, it is going to take place as we're approaching the time now, as these nations are ready to go to war. Okay, and before that, the key prophecy, one of the main prophecy that's about to come to pass, is the implementation of the RFID microchip, which is known as the mark of the beast, okay, which is going to replace the physical dollar as these elites ready to move forward with the NWO. And we always give the stern warning, okay, those that teaching the truth about the RFID micro, okay, that is the MOTB, we always get that stern warning not to take it, because those of our people, or you so-called Negro, Latinos, Native Americans, are the 2/3, okay, which is already biblical, okay, already prophesied. But those of our people that take it gonna be destroyed in the up and coming Third World War by the way of the missiles, according to Revelation chapter 14, verse 9, at the peak of the Third World War, okay, when who the world called Christ, Yahweh Shai, Hamashiach, returned to bring deliverance to the nation of Israel. But at this time, only the elect, which were considered 144,000 and the 1/3, okay? Because at the peak of the Third World War, okay, this place America ultimately is going to be destroyed by the way of the missiles, okay? Courtesy to Russia, okay? Members of NATO that's going to turn upon this place, okay? China, Iran, North Korea, okay, etc. All those that got nuclear capability is going to destroy this place, America, okay? And the only way you're going to be delivered out of that if you are the nation of Israel of the elect, okay? But I'm going to get some scriptures and I'm going to play this quick video, grab the headline of that article, and that'll be the lesson. And I pray that the lesson is edifying, okay?
the Ukrainian conflict, the possibility of escalation between Russia and NATO grows ever more alarming. Vladimir Putin's latest warning on the use of long-range missiles by Ukraine has sent a clear message to the West. The grim question, of course, is this: how close are we to a potential catastrophic nuclear standoff? Take a look at this report.
The threat of a nuclear conflict between Russia and NATO looms larger each passing day. As the West continues to arm Ukraine while choosing to ignore Russia's red lines, the Russian president has issued a stark warning.
If this decision is made, it will mean nothing less than the direct participation of NATO countries, the United States, European countries, in the war in Ukraine. This is their direct participation. And this, of course, signifies changes in the very essence, the very nature of this conflict. We will make appropriate decisions based on the threat that will be created for us.
Putin's ultimatum comes even as Britain's PM Keir Starmer is meeting US President Joe Biden in Washington to decide whether to let Kiev fire Western-provided long-range missiles into Russia. UK has already said it has no problem with Ukraine using its Storm Shadow missiles. The ball is now in Biden's court. West's dilemma is equally stark. NATO's deep involvement in the conflict, from intelligence sharing to weapons supply, has already blurred the lines of engagement. The pressure to support Ukraine is immense, especially as its front lines show signs of collapse. But the escalation is a dangerous game of chicken. If Russia doesn't retaliate, it risks appearing weak, potentially emboldening further NATO aggression. If it does respond, the world is pushed closer to a direct NATO-Russia conflict, a scenario that could quickly spiral into nuclear war. In this high-stakes game, there are no winners, only degrees of loss.
Okay, so once again, we're in that time. Okay, yeah, look at that. DRDO successfully tests Phase 2 ballistic missile defense system. Okay, yeah, 144 on that video. Okay, that's the spirit of the Lord. Okay, yeah, but the point is, a nuclear war is biblical prophecy, man. Okay, and it's only going to take 1 hour. Okay, at the peak of the Third World War, because they're going to start off at the convenience war. You know, troops on the ground. Okay, these nations gathering together now. Okay, to fight over there in the Middle East, Russia and its allies against America and its allies. Okay, when it comes to the West. Okay, but eventually, okay, at the peak of it, that's when Yahweh Shah is going to return by the way of the chariots, what the world called UFOs. Okay, the vehicles of the angels, and that's going to intervene. Okay, to bring war against all the nations and military. Okay, and also they space force, because they got weapons out of space as well. Okay, but that's all going to lead to eventually, simultaneously, the missiles being launched and Yahweh Shai redeeming the elect from out of that destruction. Place, especially this place, America. Because like I said, this place, America, going to be totally annihilated. And eventually, once the fire and smoke clears, okay, this place is going to become a desert, okay, a memorial of wickedness, of what not to do. Okay, and you're going to have certain other places, countries getting hit by missiles as well, such as the land of Israel, because that land had to be cleansed due to the fact that the people that's over there, okay, the phonies, are not the original people. Okay, they're not the original inheritors. Okay, they go back to Esau, Edom. Okay, when it comes to Amalek, chiefly, the chief tribe of the so-called white race. Okay, or the Edomites. Okay, Amalek. And that land is going to be cleansed just for us, the nation of Israel, starting with Yahweh Shai, okay, to set up the kingdom in that land, okay? And when it all said and done, the nation that remained after the thermonuclear war, okay, starting with these elites of Esau, Edom, and the higher-ups of these other nations, they're going to be reserved for captivity, Okay, starting with the, like I said, the elites and the rest of the heathen nations that remain at that time. Because the kingdom that's going to be ruled is only going to be for the nation of Israel. Okay, not all nations. So let me go ahead and get the article, the headline, and I'm gonna get some scriptures. And this is off of naturalnews.com. And you can see DOD, okay, standing for Defense Department of Defense. And it says plans on Eastern Europe nuclear strike simulation to prepare for potential collapse of world's agriculture system. Okay. So you can see the mushroom cloud. Okay, that fire. Okay. That's gonna, eventually gonna sweep this place, America, man. Okay. Once again, this is the, the article. You can read it. You got the Department of Defense doing a simulation, okay, of a possible, okay, nuclear strike, okay, which is biblical prophecy. And it's only going to take 1 hour for this place to be destroyed, man. Well, in fact, let me get this. I'm gonna start off with the scripture that the brother put in his title of his video, and that's Revelation chapter 11, I believe, 14. Yes, Revelation chapter 11, verse 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe come quickly. Okay, so we already had, the word woe means destruction. Okay, so the scripture speak of 3 woes. Okay, 3 world wars. Okay, that's what it's going into. Okay, when it says, the second woe. Okay, which representing the second World War. Okay, we already had 2. Okay, the first one, World War I. Okay, World War II. Now we're approaching the time of the third World War. Okay, and it says it's going to come quickly because it's going to be ended by the way of thermonuclear fire, and it's only going to take 1 hour. Okay, in that time phrase of Yahweh Shai bringing judgment. Okay, through the Heavenly Father Yahweh, of course. Okay, so this is only going to take 1 hour, man. Let me see. Here we go. Revelation chapter 18, verse 16. And saying, alas, alas, that great city that was clothed in fine linen, and purple, and scarlet, and decked with gold, and precious stones, and pearls, going into America. Okay. For in 1 hour so great riches come to naught, and every shipmaster, and all the company in ships and sailors, and as many trade by the sea stood off, and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this great city? Okay, going into America. So it's only going to take it's only going to take 1 hour, okay, for this place to be destroyed by the way of the missiles, okay, and also the chariots bringing fire, okay, because that's what the Lord is coming with. Matter of fact, let me get this. Isaiah chapter 66, verse 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slaying of the Lord shall be many. Okay, so that's going to be by the way of the chariots, the so-called UFOs, bringing fire, and the nuclear missiles as well. Okay, especially like I make mention, when it comes to the destruction of this place, America. Okay, and so it said the slaying of the Lord shall be many. Okay, when it comes to the 2/3 of our people, and the rest of these, when it comes to these other nations, these heathens, okay, that the Lord going to have reserved, okay, or allotted, okay, to be destroyed, man. Okay, and this Yahweh Shai Shai that created the missiles, okay, that gave the understanding to these scientists, okay, when it comes to war, to create the missiles. Okay, let me get that. That's I know that's Isaiah. Okay, here we go. So Esau all these heathens, they didn't came up with the concept of the missiles on their own. Okay, because last year, okay, they had the movie Oppenheimer. Okay, when it came to the Oppenheimer that created the atomic bomb. Okay, that split the atom. Okay, but now it's more advanced when it comes to nuclear. Okay, but it's Yahweh Shemel Shah that gave them the understanding. Okay, to bring his will. Okay, to fulfill his will. Okay, or their will to destroy this place, America. Okay, eventually. Okay, and have a nuclear war. Okay, this is Isaiah chapter 54, verse 16. Behold, I have created a smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and bring forth an instrument for his work. Okay, for Yahweh Shemel Shah work. And I had created the waster to destroy. Okay, that's going into the missiles. Okay, so the modern day smith. Okay, because in ancient times when it came to war, okay, you had the blacksmith that that forge weapons such as the sword, the spear, axe, shields. Okay, arrows. Okay, for war back then. Okay, but in this time is more advanced when it comes to certain scientists amongst these nations that got superpowers when it comes to their military, okay, to create the missiles. Okay, once again, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, okay, put the spirit on them, okay, to unlock the understanding to create nuclear warfare, man. Okay, to form nuclear, to break down the elements of a nuclear power and put them into a form of a missile. Okay, matter of fact, let me get this as well. That's on Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 25. And it says, the Lord had opened his armory and had brought forth his weapons of his indignation. For this is the work of the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shai, a host in the land of the Chaldeans. Yeah, the Chaldeans, that they representing the modern day spiritual Babylon, which is America. Okay, once again, the Lord using these nations to create these missiles. Okay, in particular Russia, to come against the West. Okay, Russia and its allies, and eventually going to shoot their missiles upon this place. Okay, when it comes to the Lord indignation, righteous anger. Okay, so all of this the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And like I say, NATO is going to be part of that too. Okay, because right now you got the infighting amongst the NATO. Okay, when it comes to the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. Okay, when it comes to the EU military might, and America is part of that. But the Lord gonna have certain members of the NATO to turn on this place and shoot their missiles, and it's gonna be the will of the Lord. This is Revelation chapter 17, verse 16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore. Okay, the 10 horns representing the vassal states amongst NATO. Okay, over there in EU. Okay, they're gonna turn on this place. Okay, because the whore representing America as well. Okay, spiritually. Okay, because America is known to when it comes to as a whore is known to sleeping down with many men. Okay, so in this case, going into America, okay, being that whore, dealing with other nations, man. Okay, when it comes to their philosophies, when it comes to trades, okay. And it says, and these shall hate the whore, okay, America, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. Okay, so even certain members of NATO, they're going to turn on this place and shoot their missiles. Okay. And it says, for Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, had put in their hearts to fulfill his will, to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast, unto the words of Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, shall be fulfilled. Okay. So that's going into the will of Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai. So once again, the nuclear missiles are biblical. Okay, let me see if I got a couple of scriptures. Okay, queued up. Let me get this one. Isaiah chapter 13, verse 4. The noise of a multitude in the mountains, as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. Okay, coming into the time of this Third World War. And it's going into the thermonuclear missiles. Okay, because the missiles in the scriptures can be described as armies, okay, or people. Okay, and I'm going to get Joel, the 2nd chapter, to go into that. And it says, the Lord of hosts mustered the host of the battle. They come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. So what only instrument can do that? Okay, the thermonuclear missiles, okay, which is also known as the ICBMs, okay, intercontinental ballistic missiles, meaning they can travel from one continent to the next, okay, and they've just seen that as well, okay. Second Ezra chapter 16, verse 13. Strong is the right hand that bendeth the bow, his arrows that he shooteth are sharp. So this ain't going to a physical arrow, okay, when it comes to ancient, okay, way of born arrow or war, okay. This is going to advanced weapons in the form of the nuclear missiles. Matter of fact, when it comes to a term analogy, okay, in the military, when there's a depleted missile or a stolen missile, they call it a broken arrow, okay. And it says, for strong is the right hand that bendeth the bow, his arrows that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss, when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. So this is going into thermonuclear fire, man, thermonuclear missile, okay, nuclear warfare. Behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth. Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer, returning not backward, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again. Okay, and those nuclear missiles, okay, is going to come in the form of a plague. Let me get that before I get Joel. That's on what Zechariah. Zechariah chapter 14, verse 12. And this shall be the plague with the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Okay, mainly this place America, because this place America is known as our captivity. Okay, and we're being ruled over Esau, Edom, and these heathens that are oppressing us. Okay, and it says, and their flesh shall, and it said what? This shall be the plague. And it says, and their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet. Their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. Okay, that's going to be from that nuclear fallout. Okay, that hot wind. Okay, that's going to sweep the land. Okay, and so that's what's going to this is giving the prediction or the picturing, the imagery or imagination of nuclear missiles. Okay, the aftermath once those missiles hit ground zero and the people that are left behind. Okay, that especially we'll start with 2/3 of our people in these heathens. Okay, because at that time the elect is going to be beamed up. Okay, from out of that destruction into the chariots. Okay, but those that remain, they're going to be burnt. Okay, their flesh is going to consume. Okay, as they're going to stand upon their feet. Okay, because they're going to watch the second coming of Yahweh Shai, the invasion of the chariots. Okay, Yahweh Shai bringing fire by the way of those chariots. Okay, and at that time too, the nuclear missiles dropping down upon this place, man. Okay, so that show you the terribleness of Yahweh Shai. Okay, so they're gonna be melt. Okay, as they stand upon their feet. Okay, their eyes shall consume away in their holes. Okay, their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. So they're gonna be destroyed, man. Okay. So that's it on that. Matter of fact, let me get this. Well, that's Isaiah. Isaiah chapter 9, Isaiah chapter 9, verse 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise, and garments rolled in blood. Okay, going to the ancient way of wars. Okay, hand-to-hand combat, up and close. Okay, and personal. Okay, when it comes to wars back then. Okay, but it says for every battle of the warrior is with confused noise, and garments rolled in blood. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. Okay, like your modern day war. Okay, by the way of tanks, fighter jets, advanced weapons as guns. Okay, but ultimately the missiles. Okay, that's going to lead to the fuel of fire. Okay, so that's it on that. And when John saw the missiles, Okay. He said it was 200,000. Okay, it's representing 200 million. Okay. Let me see here we go. Revelation chapter 9, verse 15. And the four angels were loose, and which were prepared for an hour, and there go that hour again. Okay, it's only gonna take 1 hour in that day, okay, and a day, a month, and a year for to slay the third part of men. Okay, the third part of men representing Esau, Edom. Okay, because you got three classification of men. Okay, you got the sons of God, okay, Israel, okay, which happen to be the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and those that descended out of that bloodline. Then you got the sons of men, which representing the heathen nations, okay, and you got the sons of the wicked, which represent the third part of men, okay, which are the biblical Edomites, okay, the so-called white race, okay, known as the wicked. Malachi chapter 1 verse 4 going to that, okay, as they known as the border of wickedness. So it said, for to slay the third part of man, representing those missiles destroying this place, America, which representing Esau, Edom, power structure, okay. Okay, like I say, the land of Israel as well, because the ones that's over there that's ruling are Edomites, okay. And you're going to get certain parts of other countries getting hit too, okay. Russia possibly, and they're Edomites, okay. Certain parts of Europe, okay, over there in NATO, they're Edomites, okay. So the third part of man representing the Edomites, okay. Verse 16, and the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000 going into the missiles. So it's going to be 200 million missiles, okay. And I heard the number of them, okay. And, you know, John going into how the missiles, the power lies in the head, okay, when it comes to the warheads, okay, because you got the caboose, okay, you got the projector, the caboose, then you got the, you know, the middle part that, you know, carry the warhead, then eventually once it hit its apex, okay, when it come to make downfall, okay, of those missiles, okay, the warheads break off from the projector, okay, and it, you know, the warheads break up, okay, leading to multiple warheads, okay, when it comes to the missiles, okay. That's why John said he saw 200,000 or 200 million, okay. And you got one missile that can carry up the multiple warheads, man, okay. So that's it on that. Let me get the book of Joel on 2. Joel 2. I'll start at verse 3. And it says, Joel chapter 2, verse 3. And it said, a fire devoured before them, and behind them a flame burning. And they're going into the missiles. Okay. So you got the once again the caboose. Okay, they're going to shoot off the missile. Okay, that's why I say a fire devoured before them, and behind them a flame burneth. Okay. And it says, the land is as the Garden of Eden, and it's going into America, okay? And it says before them and behind them a desolate wilderness, because once this place be destroyed, it's going to become a desert, okay, or a wilderness, okay? Yea, and nothing shall escape them. The appearance of them is like the appearance of horses, and as a horseman, so shall they run, okay? And horse representing power in the scriptures. And the horse is also known back then in the ancient time to use for war, okay? Because back then they didn't have the terminology, okay, of nuclear missiles, okay, or guns, okay? So they describe it to the closest thing back then when it came to war, okay? And we just now read in John, the Revelation of John, okay, the 9th chapter, how John said the 200,000 or 200 million missiles is seen as horsemen, okay? And it says, so the appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, and as horsemen, so shall they run. Okay, like the noise of chariots on the top of mountains shall they leap, like the noise of a flame of fire that devoured the stubborn, as a strong people set in battle array. Okay, going into the missiles. Okay, before their faces, the people shall be much pain, and all faces shall gather blackness. Because they're gonna be, because majority of our people, the 2/3, and the heathens that remain over here in that time, okay, that's allotted for that destruction, is gonna be destroyed by the missiles. They shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like men of war, and they shall march everyone on his way, and they shall not break their ranks. Okay, so they're making an evasion. So just as you had ancient wars when you had a military or army of another nation invade another army, okay, that's how those missiles gonna be. Okay, they're gonna invade this place, okay, and destroy this place. And it says, neither shall one thrust another. They shall walk everyone in his path, and when they shall fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. Okay, meaning that they ain't gonna fail. Okay, they ain't gonna thrust each other out of the sky. Okay, but there's gonna be a perfect strike, a surgent strike, man, from the Heavenly Father and His Son. Okay, when it comes to the destruction of this place of America. And I'm gonna get that word sword there in the blue letter. Okay, show you that even to a certain extent, these biblical scholars know that the missiles, okay, are biblical. So I already got it queued up. Let's go to Joel 2, verse 8. Okay, that's why the apostles of Great Millstone always encourage brothers to go into the blue letter. Okay, because the scriptures, when it comes to the King James version, it was translated out of the Hebrew, Greek, and Latin. Okay, so that's why we use the blue letter. Okay, to get better understanding of words and the meaning of the scriptures. So let's go to that word sword there. Now let them pronounce it.
Strong's H7973, Shalach.
So it says shalak, okay, which is, a Hebrew word, shalah, okay. But let's go to the Strong info, and it says a missile of an attack, spear, also a shoot of a growth, okay, a dart, plant, put all, sword, weapon, okay, so a missile, okay, the outline Bible usage, weapon, missile, sprout, missile, weapon, sprout, shoot. So once again, they didn't even know to a certain extent, okay, these biblical scholars know, okay, that the missiles are biblical, okay, as they just now, had the word there for sword in the blue letter, okay, when it comes to Joel chapter 2, verse 8, okay, and it says, Joel chapter 2, verse 8, neither shall one thrust another, they shall walk everyone in his path, and when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded, okay, those missiles. They shall run to and fro into the city, they shall run upon the wall, they shall climb up upon the houses, they shall enter into the windows like a thief, okay, going into the destruction. The earth shall quake before them, the heavens shall tremble, the sun and the moon shall be darkened, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. Okay, going into the, once again, the aftermath, okay, or the process of the missile destroying this place, man. Okay, let me see what else I got, and I'll get ready to close. Because the point has been made. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so I'll probably, close it there. And I'll pray that this, lesson or this video be edifying. Okay, until the next time, Lord willing, I'm going to give all praises unto Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai, Ba'asham, Rakah, HaKadash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone that teach and that rule well today. And citation also to the fellow laborers that's in the ministry and the believers that scatter worldwide in all truth and sincerity, day in and day out. Until next time, Lord willing, Shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom.